stories about masterpieces. This is one of them. Once upon a time there was only darkness. There was nothing but night, and in darkness two begins. Araki lay together, Ranganui the father and Papatanuku the mother, and they had kids. The parents woke up. Someone was pushing them. It was Tane Mahuta, their son. Finally, Tane had separated his parents. The children were free at last. He was so sad he cried, but someone else was sad too. Tawahi, Araki of the Wind, felt sad for his parents. He started crying, but his tears were lightning, and he threw his tears to the heavens. His tears became stars. We call these stars Matariki.
To think it was too soon after the rise of the sun became night again. And the sun sank down, rising every day, and the same manner of days appeared too short to him. Coupled him to move more slowly. And the order of mankind may have long days to labor in persisting for themselves. Now, why no man could approach it on the account of his warmth and his surface of heat. Have you not seen the things I've already done? Did you not see me change myself into every bird in the forest? This, they agreed to help Maui. Brothers heard this. They agreed to help Maui. Then they began to spin and twist ropes into a form a noose to catch the sun.
Then Maui took up his enchanted weapon and he took his brothers with him. And they carried their food, ropes, and other things with them in their hands.
In his hand an enchanted weapon, the jawbone of Antress, and said to his brothers, "Mind now, keep yourselves hid, and do not go showing yourselves foolishly to the sun. If you do, you will frighten him, but wait patiently until his head and forelegs have go well into the snare. Then our attacked will shout out, 'Pull away as hard as you can on the ropes on both sides,' and then I'll rush out and attack him. But when you do, to keep your ropes right tight for a good long time, while I attack him until he is nearly dead, when we let him go." They set to work and built a place to hide themselves in. When these were finished, they made the loops of the noose, and the brothers of Maui then lay in wait on one side of the place of which the sun rise, and Maui himself lay in wait upon the other. With his enchanted weapon. Ouch! The sun screams loud, he roars. Maui strikes him fiercely with many blows. They hold him for a long time. Screamed out, "Why am I being hurt by you? Oh man, do you know what are you doing? Why should you wish to kill the sun?"
Brothers said, "You go too fast, and we have no time to work." The sun said, "Let me go, and I will go slow from now on." Then they had more time to do their job every day.
Maui had not been long at home with his brothers when he began to think that it was too soon after the rising of the sun that it became night again, and that the sun sank down below the horizon every day. In the same manner the days appeared too short to him. He said to his brothers,
Let us catch the sun in a noose, so that we may compel him to move more slowly, in order that mankind may have long days to labor and to procure subsistence for themselves.
Why no man could approach it on account of its warmth and fierceness of its heat.
Maui said to them,
Have you not seen the multitude of things I have already achieved? Did you not see myself change myself into the likeness of every bird in the forest? You and I equally had the aspect and appearance of men, yet I, by my enchantments, changed suddenly from the appearance of a man and became a bird, and degrees transformed myself into every bird in the world, small or great. And did I not, after all this again, there assume the form of a man? Therefore, as for that feat, O my brothers, the changing myself into birds, I accomplished it by my enchantments, and I will by the same means accomplish also this other thing which I have in my mind.
Heard this, they consented on his persuasions to aid him in the conquest of the sun. They began to spin and twist ropes to form a noose to catch the sun in, and in doing this they discovered the mode of plaiting flax into stout square-shaped ropes, and the manner of plaiting flat ropes, and of spinning round ropes. At last they finished making all the ropes which they required. Enchanted weapon, and he took his brothers with him, and they carried their food, ropes and other things with them in their hands. They travelled all night, and as soon as day broke, they stopped in the desert and hid themselves that they might not be seen by the sun. Set to work and built a place to hide themselves in. When these were finished, they made the loops of the noose, and the brothers of Maui then lay in wait on one side of the place out of which the sun rises, and Maui himself lay in wait upon the other side. Maui held in his hand his enchanted weapon, the jawbone of his ancestress, and said to his brothers,
Mind now, keep yourself hid, and do not go showing yourself foolishly to the sun. If you do, you will frighten him, but wait patiently until his head and forelegs have gone well into the snare. Then I will shout out, pull away as hard as you can on the rope for a long time, shout and attack him. But do you keep your ropes tight for a good long time until he is nearly dead, when we will let him go.
At last the sun came rising out of his place, like a fire spreading far and wide over the mountains and forests. He rises up, his head passes through the noose, and it takes in more and more of his body, until his forepaws pass through. The monster began to struggle and roll himself about, whilst the snare jerked backwards and forwards as he struggled.
Why am I this, headed by you? Oh man, do you know what you are doing? Why should you wish to kill the sun?
Said,
You go too fast, and we have no time to walk.
Let me go, and I'll go slower from now on.
Maui let the sun free, and from then on, they had more time to do their jobs every day.